Hi friends, it's Monday, August 4th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here in the D.C. area. Today, Jamie is going to facilitate an energy healing session for me. Two intentions. One is, if our assignment is, as we believe, to work in the prison system, to align with that so that that happens as it's supposed to happen. And second, this body, mind, this body is having hot flashes. This is a new thing for us. So to heal the root causes of the hot flashes and whatever they represent in such a way as to align with the soul plan and trigger the awakening. Now often intentions overlap. So that's my working theory, that there's going to be an overlap, a connection. We'll find out. Here we go.
It looks kind of like a spinal column, like the top of the spine at the back of the neck, but it's like there are vines growing around the spine, or like it was a skeleton that was buried and vines grew around it. Like it looks like a Halloween decoration. It feels like this in some way has to do with the correctional system. There we go, gathering them up. The vines at the base of the spine, starting to pull them up. And it feels like as we're pulling them up, the spine itself is straightening.
Yeah.
Like it was all curved and now it's straightening up, taller. I haven't been here in a while. It's like we're in the big room where the guides are.
Yeah.
The big guide workroom. And it feels like I used to see like lines of big long tables and they would stand around the long tables. Now it's like there are smaller tables, work tables. And I see it, they all look like plan tables the way we've seen the plan table.
Right.
They all look like different plan tables, and I think they're for other biospheres. I don't think they're all for us. I see ours.
Well,
I see ours over there, and then there's all these others, and some of them are much more informed than ours. Some of them are still kind of in the popsicle sticky mode, and some of them are looking
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty sturdy. And they're all working on them, and I see they're gathering around ours. There's like a little crowd forming. It reminds me of in some movie there's it's an episode of Friends. Someone goes to the doctor and it's something weird, and all the doctors crowd around and they're taking notes on it. It's like that. Everyone's crowded around this table. Something is happening with this table. I see there are lots of, it's becoming a grid, but it still kind of looks like structures.
Right.
And one of them is falling over really slowly, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but like with a clear and steady.
It's going down.
It's going down. It's falling down. And they don't seem upset. It feels like a good thing. Well,
or just a thing.
Just a thing. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's judgment on it. It just feels like this is a thing that's happening and we're all watching. Leaning and leaning, seeing it lean. And some of the guides are wanting to prop it back up. Grab it and set it back on its feet, but they're not supposed to. No, we're not. And no, they're not going to.
They wish that it was okay to do that, but they know it's not okay to do that.
It's not okay, so it has to fall over. When I asked to be shown what the thing is that's falling over, what I see is looks like an old-fashioned northern lighthouse with like a person standing on that top balcony.
Right.
It's one little person in control of a big thing. And it's like it's making it obvious how small the person is.
Right.
One little person, really big thing, and it feels like the little person
isn't big enough.
And it was someone who was put in charge of a very big thing. Might be President Obama. Is it President Obama? Or a specific group. There's a group of leaders, of world leaders, who had soul plans that were supposed to lock in. I see them like clicking together.
Right.
Like they were all supposed to be here at this time, at the same time.
To make the difference.
To make a thing, and there's a thing they were supposed to make. I see them all in a room. They were supposed to do something huge that would make a big difference. And it didn't. Not even a little bit. Like, no one even mentioned it. No one even brought it up.
Right. It isn't part of the conversation.
Right. And it's like if they just all got into a big room and did this thing, a huge number of the problems would be solved. Like, this tower wouldn't have to go plop. And now I see all of them, all of those souls that came here to be in positions of power and collaborate to make a difference. I see them all standing now on like the lighthouse as it's tilting over. So maybe there was still one more chance for them to do something, but it doesn't feel like it's really a chance anymore. It feels like whatever that was, it's been cut loose. Otherwise it wouldn't be tipping over.
Yes.
But right now it's still this like little skyscraper town.
Yes.
And this one big skyscraper is falling down. And it feels like when it falls, it's not going to knock anything else over. It'll just go poof. And like when a Jedi dies and they just disappear.
Oh.
It'll just be gone. And then there's going to be a big hole where that building was. But it doesn't look like it's going to destroy other buildings when it falls.
What does it represent?
We could say society, but more specifically it's nations, it's separatism. And there was an event that was supposed to happen that would make the way that we've been dealing with it a lot better. More upward rising earth energy. But it didn't happen, and so this needs to go. Like, the direction that it's heading in now, no good. The way that nations are dealing with each other, no good. And there's a big chance for someone to say, like, okay, wait a minute, clearly the way we're doing this isn't working. The problem goes way back. And the opportunities have been coming up over and over and over again.
Right.
For someone to be like, hold on. We're doing this wrong. It's not working for any of us. And now it feels like we're going somewhere else. Are we done there? Yeah. Well, for now. Go away. Got it. And now it feels like we're standing on a really, like a mountain.
Much better.
On a really big mountain. Top of the pillar is opening up like a big funnel. And it's like there's this huge white cloud that can come into the top of the pillar. Ooh, feeling tingling on the head.
It's energy that needs to be here. Like as in here in the biosphere.
Right. And what it looks like is tiny, tiny microscopic angels that are making a big cloud.
Yeah.
And it feels like what it looks like is each tiny little angel goes to a sentient being and like shoots inside of them. It's like I see a little white ball, like a Tinkerbell white ball.
Yeah.
It just goes boom to people's chest. And it reminds me of what Charlie is doing. How he's
trying to get
any little
Chink.
difference. And what it feels like is the feeling of do it for... Do something that requires courage for this person. It's like the little ball of light that goes to the chest is locking all the sentient beings into that which is most precious for them.
Yeah.
So that it's like a shot at making people more likely to step up.
Right.
Giving them something to step up for that they can easily relate to.
Right.
It's like they could be like, do it for
your little girl.
Your little girl.
Yeah.
Do it for your sister. Do it for...
Right. Do it for your loved ones.
Do it for your loved ones.
Do it for what matters.
Right. It's like we're being pulled upstairs again. It looks like the general, but he looks really worn out and kind of sad.
Yeah.
Or like tired.
Tired.
It's like...
I would say tired.
Yeah.
He's just tired.
It's like he just hasn't... It's like big bags under his eyes.
Is that why I've been feeling tired? Or is it related?
It's related, right. It looks like the higher dimension beings are all tired.
Yeah, they're worn out. Is that why I've been feeling tired?
That must be.
Ask them.
Yes. This is paperwork about the past. This is paperwork about things that were already done, actions that were already taken.
It didn't work.
That didn't work. It's like he's going through the paperwork. Why asking to be shown? Why going through the paperwork? Still looking for anything that was left undone, any stone left unturned.
Right, looking for what we missed.
And it feels like this paperwork is on all the desks. Like people checking for any stone left unturned, anything left.
Any instruction undone.
Right.
Any instruction undone. Is there anything that was said to be done that hasn't been done?
Right.
Anything that we could have tried that we haven't tried. Any way we could do it differently or better. Anything that was done poorly.
Right. That can be done better.
That can be done better.
Right. It looks like everyone's at their desks going over this paperwork.